Okay, so in a continuation of my last video, always beware of what you say and how you say it, because you never know how somebody's going to take it. You never know what they have going on at home. You never know what they have going on in their head. Mental health and suicide are the two biggest leading cause of deaths. On top of cancer, uh, drugs, and everything else. And everybody thinks, oh, they'll get over it. You move on with your life. No, you do, but you don't. You know, you're fighting demons every day. You're trying to stay. You're trying to be okay. You're trying to stay happy. You're trying to get yourself out of that groove, out of that funk, and out of the darkness. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You know, you got people that deal with anxiety and really bad depression. You know, there's days after I lost my brother where I didn't think I was gonna be okay. I really didn't. I didn't think I was gonna be okay. And I've learned to deal with the pain, and I've learned to deal with the grief. I've learned to deal with it. I've learned to how to handle it. I've learned how to somewhat keep it at bay. You know, even being bullied as a kid, all the way up to high school and middle school and stuff like that. It had a lot to do with how I looked at myself. And, you know, I've noticed a lot of the schools aren't doing anything about it. They're not. I got a 15-year-old brother. Not saying any names. I got a 15-year-old baby brother. And he's in high school. He gets picked on, he gets bullied, he gets made fun of. You think the school's gonna do a damn thing about it? No, they're not. And let me tell you something. They don't want to meet one concerned big sister that will literally probably fly off the fucking handle. That is one thing I cannot fucking stand. Excuse my language, but that is one thing I cannot stand. Is to watch somebody sit there and be told and be picked on and be told that things like you shouldn't be here, or you're ugly, you're fat, being called names, being put down, shit like that. Because that happened to me. God, you think I want that for somebody else? No. God only knows what they tell my brother. God only knows what they tell the other kids. Like, that they don't do nothing about it. And they're not going to. Why? Because if you don't play a sport, if you're not rich, if you're not on the in crowd, they say they're gonna do something about it, and they're not. They're not going to. That's just like me going back to saying, you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what they have going on. You don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know what they have going on, like I said, in their head. You don't know. You don't know what somebody's got running through their head. You don't know what they're thinking. You may talk to somebody you work with. That may be the last time you see them. That may be the last time you ever talk to them. You never know. So always please be aware of what you say and how you say it. I've lost one too many people to suicide and mental health issues, and it was always too late by the time we realized the signs. Every day I think of my brother, because he's literally right here. He's right here. And every day I think of my brother. And, I wish we could have done something about it. I really do. I wish we could have done something about it. He still would have been here. I don't like bringing it back up because it brings up all the hurt. And it brings up all the grief. And it brings up all the pain. But I feel like I need to get it out. And I've been trying to for months. And I keep suppressing it. But, I always try to talk about it. Sometimes it helps. I feel a little bit better after talking about it. But always be aware of what you say and how you say it. You don't know what people have going on and what they're dealing with. You don't. You don't know if somebody's fighting an addiction to something. You don't know if they're fighting with family. You don't know what they're dealing with their spouses. Whether it's domestic violence, whether it's an addiction to something, or mental and physical abuse, you don't know. So always, please be aware. And know that if you know somebody's having trouble, reach out to them, talk to them, get them to sit down and talk to you about it. It helps to talk. It helps to be there for people. So, just know the signs, reach out, talk to people, talk to them. And just be careful on what you say to people.